Well, good evening, everybody. J-Mac here with you tonight, joined by two of my bros right now. Syrup Crispy Bacon, how you doing tonight, bro?
Doing good. How's everybody doing tonight?
I think we're all doing good. How's the work going, man? How's the work life?
Yeah, going good. I think I'm getting the hang of everything, so
All right.
not too bad.
And just so everyone knows, Chris does not work nights, but the reason he's not on Monday night is because he has to work at, 6 in the morning?
Yeah.
Yeah, and so we're 2 hours ahead. He's 2 hours ahead, so by the time this show comes on, it's midnight, so we can't keep him up till 1 and expect him to get up at 6 to go to work, so that's why he's not on Monday nights, but we appreciate having him here on Fridays. And,
Yep.
Right now, Sarge is here. Sarge, what's going on, man?
Nothing much. Rare appearance during what my schedule is, so I'm excited to be here tonight.
And he was telling me that he's right now in the midst of stalking a cougar. And let me clarify that we are talking about the wild animal. We are not talking about anything else. So.
Yeah, that is true. There's no ARP involved, no life insurance involved. It's actually an animal. Like people who don't know, I'm building a house in the middle of the woods, on 5 acres, and there is cougar running around my neighborhood right now. So I have catnip out and I have a bowl of milk out. So I'm going to open after this show. I'm going to open a can of Fancy Feast, and we'll see what it brings tomorrow.
We'll see, I guess.
You got the cameras up to see, or you're just going to stay up all night?
We'll see what the catnip does. I ate a lot of catnip lately, so.
You ate a lot of catnip?
Yeah, it's good. You got to try it, man.
Yeah, right.
Whoa!
Well, something's going on at Mess Around's house.
Well, Mess Around got pulled over.
Let's hope. Let's hope we don't see Mess Around get hauled away here.
I'm not getting pulled over. They're after somebody else.
Don't tase me, bro. He's looking over his shoulder the whole time.
I was trying to figure out where they're going.
I mean, that would have been a new addition to the show. That would have been a never before moment.
Yeah.
That'd be like the show Cops.
Like Cops Live, yeah. Or Live PD, whatever you want to call it.
Oh, yeah.
Don't forget, we got the call-in number tonight. So we got the phone number if anyone wants to call into the show, ask a question. You can ask a sports question. You can ask a general trivia question. That would be awesome. You can ask us a question, anything about us that you want to know, anything about one of the bros. So don't be afraid to do that. We'll keep that number up the whole show. So call in. Don't be afraid to do that. So Mess Around here with us. Mess Around, how was your day?
Not bad. I worked and then came home, went shopping, did this. I didn't get a nap today, so that's probably my problem.
Yeah, that's probably your problem. I agree with that. So I got to start the show with one thing. I got to tell you, I don't care how old you are. I don't care if you're 15. I don't care if you're 50. Okay. There's 2 ways that you can handle a breakup.
Okay.
There's the high road, and there's the dumbass road.
I'll take the dumbass road.
Yeah, we're dealing with that right now. And let me say that I've really, really tried really hard to continue down that high road. When it involves your kid, it's a little tougher to do that. When
Yeah.
they don't quit. So let me just say, look, man, take the high road. Just be done. Move on.
Oh yeah,
It's over.
definitely, definitely.
Other fish in the sea. No point in anything you're doing. You're not going to impress anybody. And actually, to be completely honest with you, and I'm trying to be as nice as possible, I really am.
Oh, that's gonna be hard for you.
It is. But I'm trying to put a PSA out there. I'm trying to warn this person. You're going to piss the wrong person off. Let me just say that. So,
Yeah.
you're going to come down a road that you're not going to want to go down. Let me say it involves my kids. So there's 3 people right here. You're probably not going to want to contact because I don't think you're going to like the results of that. So I wouldn't go down that road if I was you.
Okay.
Am I right, guys, or am I wrong?
Oh,
Right.
yeah, you gotta
Well,
protect
you're
your
not
family.
wrong, but what's the fun in taking the high road?
Sarge, you got it for a second.
Say what?
You're taking over.
Yeah, you're taking over.
I'm taking over. What am I taking over? The world?
You're
J-Mac
hosting.
stepping away.
All right. Well, I'm Russia right now. Oh, wait. Too sensitive. I'm sorry, guys. So, speaking of that, something like really like what J-Mac was talking about, like I just did a recording for the sports compound lately. And like just seeing like Deshaun Watson on the news, I think it was today, like he has another accuser that came against him. I mean, it made me really think of how much professional athletes get like just slaps on the wrist. Not just saying like for everything, but if you are on PEDs or steroids, that's how I say it, or like you do domestic violence, it's a slap on the wrist as a professional athlete. But if you gamble in any sports, your career is done for. And like I was really thinking about that today, and it really like struck to me as like I could take drugs to change the outcome of how I play, but I can't gamble on that. What do you guys think of that?
Well, apparently you can't smoke pot either because, that gets you, 4.5 year suspension apparently at this point.
I didn't hear that one, but I'm just going.
Josh, no, I'm talking about Josh Gordon, man. That's all he's ever done.
Oh, the weed thing.
Yeah, the weed thing. That's all I'm saying. He's been out of the league for 4.5 years now for weed. But like you said, there's guys out there that are taking PEDs and steroids, and they're getting 3-game suspensions.
Go ahead.
I mean, okay. So let's address the elephant in the room. Let's talk about Devontae Adams after the Raiders game.
I was going to say something, about
this
that
man
too.
assaulted another human being. I don't care what the situation is. Everyone like, oh, look at the video. He couldn't avoid him. I don't care. That doesn't matter to me. You pushed your arms all the way out and threw him backwards. You assaulted another human being, and they're
I heard
talking about.
he said he didn't see the guy. Like whatever.
Yeah.
Crap.
Yeah.
You saw it.
Crap on that one.
You saw him.
Yeah.
And he's going to get what? A fine and a 1-game suspension, and he assaulted him.
I hope that guy sues him for like emotional and physical duress.
But then on the other side, you got, what is it, Damon Green, I think it was, and I think he just got like fined or something.
Yeah.
I mean, there's 2 different.
Well, the
It's almost
punishment
the
never
same
fits the
situation.
crime, man.
Right. it's almost the same situation, but one got harsher.
I think the worst one's probably the Malice at the Palace.
I don't know. Like with Green, it was like one punch and the guy was down and so forth. But look at hockey. They let the players fight. Like they go for the heads when they punch and everything else. So
That's
like
true.
I said, like during like the whole sports world, like on like discipline and anything like that, it's not all the same. Like I can punch J-Mac in the face and I'll get suspended from coast to coast for like a week. But if I gambled on coast to coast, I'm gone for a career.
Yeah, it's amazing to me, man. You know who I want to weigh in on this? I think it's one of the next segments that we'll do. Next time we're with the Oregon Cougars, I'm going to ask Chuck Hoffman what he thinks of this whole thing.
Yeah, definitely. I kind of want to go on the Devontae Adams thing because, like, I saw the push. I don't believe the player or the photographer's injuries. I don't believe it in one bit. But other than that, like, he should not have been pushed. That's plain and simple with that.
Oh, it's my niece. Hi, niece. It's my only niece, actually. So she's
Hi,
my
Serena.
favorite,
Uncle J-Mac!
which she's my favorite niece. She knows that.
So
Go
do
on.
we call you Uncle J-Mac now?
No, I don't think.
No,
anyone calls me
no, we
that.
get to call you Uncle J-Mac.
Don't forget, if you're watching, call in the show. Be our first caller.
Yeah.
Give us,
Where would you get that number? Did you post it somewhere?
it's right at the bottom of the screen, yo.
Oh,
Yeah,
I didn't notice that.
Yeah, it's Jeannie's number.
I see it now. I'm blind. I didn't
Don't
even
worry.
have to sue me.
You're like Moni from Chicago Bears, blind from seeing the goal line.
You had to bring it up, didn't you?
Oh, I did. I didn't have to. I wanted to.
You were hoping I was coming on just for that tonight, huh?
That's why I stayed up.
Well, you know, though, guys, we need to address that elephant too. How bad is Thursday night football right now? It's awful.
I thought it started out okay, and then it just became scoreless. So I mean,
I'm just confused because I think I'm watching Thursday night baseball.
True. Next
Yeah.
week should be good though. It's the Saints and Eagles.
It should be
Yeah.
good.
we
Should
hope.
be.
We hope.
I don't think so.
But you watch the Saints will lay an egg and the Eagles will blow them out like 50-0 or something.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
So, who wins this week in Dallas? Dallas or Philly?
Oh,
Super
I'm thinking
Rush.
Dallas.
Is that a Twins fan hiding
Shocker.
behind his eyes?
Shocker that you're taking Dallas.
Not
I'm
only-
hibernated. It's
No.
cold.
No, like he has not taken Dallas a couple times. I've seen it, and he got screwed on that one.
That's not true.
But
I think you've only taken Dallas like once, right? Maybe twice this year.
First 2 weeks, I didn't take them.
First 2
I didn't
weeks.
take them in Tampa.
Yeah.
well, here's the thing with the Eagles: their offensive line is all beat up, and
What the hell is that?
What is that?
It's my wipers. We got frozen down here.
Uh-oh.
whatever you call that, Big B. I mean, that's up.
It's a grizzly bear.
That's up to you. But like speaking of Dallas versus Philadelphia, I have to take Dallas because I know Philadelphia's offensive line is been shredded and they're all injured, and you got Michael Parsons on the other side. So I got to take Dallas on that one. I'm gonna ride the Cooper Rush wave continuum.
Ride
Okay,
the rush
Jesse,
His
yeah.
train.
last week. It might be his last week.
So I'm just still gonna ride that wave till it ends, man.
By the way, Jerry Jones turned 80 today. In other news,
Yeah, I think
Still
last
petrified.
night he had a party. I heard.
I'm shocked that Jerry Jones had a party.
Do you know
Hey,
what
did
the
you also-
balloons were? They were all like Super Bowl trophies that he should have won.
From
Did you all
Minnesota.
see when they showed the Commander's owner in the press box? For him being so rich, he doesn't dress that well.
No, he really doesn't. But do you know? So he came out this week. If you guys didn't hear, speaking of Dan Snyder, he came out this week and said he has enough dirt on every NFL owner and Roger Goodell to shut the NFL down.
I love it.
Was that why Gruden got fired? Because of the letters that came from the Commanders?
Yes.
Yeah.
I love it. I love this drama. I mean,
Right.
we got like Days of Our Lives. We got wrestling as our like soap operas.
opera.
But I mean, I love this type of drama right here. It's awesome.
Yeah. I mean, we'll remain to see if he needs to use it. But then I hear on the other side that the NFL and all the owners are putting on pressure on him to step down. So
Yeah, they're supposed to be taking the vote to force him out, I guess.
yeah,
Or they're
They're kinda
talking about the Rams owner vote Tuesday about payments on when they moved from St. Louis.
well that's
to
well,
LA.
they're right because they still promised St. Louis so much money when they moved.
And I
Yeah.
think
But
that
I mean, but are you
was-
surprised? Like this is what
No.
rich people do. This is what
Yeah.
rich people do. So this is that's how it works. Did you guys see that thing I posted about politics the other day? We don't get into politics, but how politics works. Do you guys remember that post at all?
Possibly.
It was the one about you tell your son he's getting
Oh, yeah.
married and he
Oh,
says,
yeah.
no, and then it's Bill Gates' daughter. Oh, okay. And then it
Yep.
just goes on, and basically by the end, you call the bank and you're like, make my son the CEO of your bank. No. Oh, well, he's Bill Gates' son-in-law. Oh, okay, then we'll do that. I mean, that's kind of how politics works.
That's right.
But that's how rich people things work too. So,
Now, J-Mac, you brought up, Snyder's little comments and stuff. Do we really want to see it go that far to see what kind of evidence he has to shut the whole league down?
I do.
I kind of do too. I mean, I
Because
don't want to see football go away, but I want to see, one guy try to shut down a $1 billion company.
If
Pretty
he's gonna
much.
take out any owner, he's take out the Bears owners because they need new owners.
Ouch.
Well, I mean, the best thing for me is that no one owns Green Bay. It's owned by the city.
You guys
so,
do, right? It's like
Um,
publicly owned, isn't it?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
publicly owned. So
Yeah,
Green
but
Bay
it's not
can't really get
profitable.
shut down. But who cares about being profitable? Dude, they're in a town of 104,000 people is Green Bay, and they sell out every single week.
And they can't find a wide receiver to save their life.
Rodgers just needs to stop holding on to the damn ball and get his thumb out of his ass and throw the ball down the field. That's what
Hey,
needs to
that's
happen.
that's your quarterback. Don't be talking smack about him. You're not a true fan. You're a hater.
I am. Look, Messrun and I might not root for the same team, but we can talk all day about reasons why not to like Rodgers.
Oh yeah.
Yeah?
We can have a 6-hour show about that.
The thing is from day one to now, he's totally changed his attitude. I think, at least from not being a Packer
Well, he's
fan,
good.
I think he's gone from being a Brett Favre clone to just being a total diva. I mean,
What do you mean? He's always been an asshole.
well, possibly, but
I mean, this is the farewell tour for Aaron Rodgers. That's what I think.
The dude doesn't even talk to his own family.
It's true.
There's no
that
family
is
in
true. I heard
football.
that.
Yeah.
Vince
Yeah, I've
Vaughn
heard-
is your only family.
Vince Vaughn.
I think Roger shows up in Carolina next year.
Hey, I'll take it because
Whoa.
he's the best quarterback we've ever had in a while.
You know, I saw an interesting stat. I didn't save it like I normally do, and I don't remember the exact numbers, but they put up that Brady in his 40s has more passing yards and more passing touchdowns than any Chicago Bear quarterback in franchise history.
I shared that in the group chat.
Yeah, that's insane, man.
It's crazy.
That's crazy, yeah.
And I do get what you're saying about the offensive line with Justin Fields. Mess around. I wish they'd get him some help up there.
Well, at the same time, he doesn't help himself because he holds on to the ball too long sometimes.
Exactly. That's
Well,
what
yeah,
exactly what I was going to say.
I really think this Bears team is going to be totally different next year with that, $100+ million under the cap. If they go out and make the right moves, this Bears team is going to be different.
That's great. They got all that money, but there's not a whole lot of good free agents next season.
Well, right now there's probably not, but football contracts, we'll see.
I mean,
money talks and BS walks.
I understand that, but you are talking about the Bears, so
yeah,
they're
true.
Honestly, they're like, no joke, and I don't mean this in any bad way at all, but they are likely to go out and sign the next Albert Hainsworth to like a 7-year, $100 million deal, and then he'll play like 7 games for the team.
So here's just on quarterbacks. Here's free agents.
They're not going for a quarterback. They'll go wide receiver, offensive line next year, big time.
That's exactly what they need to do.
Yeah. Honestly, once Odell Beckham's cleared, I'd like to see him sign with the Bears, see what he can do. The guy's got talent.
I think he goes back to the Rams.
I do too. I think he goes to a contender if the Bears aren't contending.
I know he's been talking to the Giants too.
You got Sterling Shepard, Nelson Aguilar, DJ Clark. Cobb is on the list.
Cobb's not going to Chicago. Cobb will never go to Chicago.
No.
There is no way.
Yeah, so got Julio
I don't think
Jones,
the fans would want him there after he's killed us.
Julio Jones, no.
Pringle.
No.
Julio, who?
4th and 10, 46 seconds left. Anybody?
Juju, AJ Smith, Jarvis Landry.
I mean, they're all solid receivers, but
Juju Smith's only a 1-year deal in KC.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, they're all.
I wouldn't
solid
mind him
receivers.
getting his Calvin Ridley when he comes back.
Yeah. So who's the worst quarterback in football?
Kirk Cousins.
No. That's
I'm just kidding.
The worst.
Well, that could be a big deal, though.
If you're going statistically, it's Fields right now.
Yeah.
Maybe Wentz.
Well, I can tell you, if you go with somebody I can trust, I can't trust Cousins in primetime late games. I can't. I'd go with Brady, even though he's not doing good. Mahomes, Josh Allen.
I'd have to go with Mayfield for the worst right now.
I would go with Trey Lance.
Well,
That's because you're not playing.
Well, no. Look at how he played on the first game. He played horrible. Even a season before that, when he's actually in substituting for Jimmy G,
yep.
He was still horrible during that time. So I'm gonna say Trey Lance.
See, and that's why I don't understand why. Same with Minnesota back in 2018 when they had Case Keenum. You knocked on the door of the AFC Championship game, knocked on the door of the Super Bowl, and you're changing quarterbacks the following year. I don't understand that. That quarterback got you there, helped get you there. I don't know why San Fran had a quarterback controversy. Jimmy G should have been the starter day one.
I agree.
I think you guys should have kept Keenum, to be honest.
I do too. I will say, Vikings should have re-signed Case, should have re-signed Teddy Bridgewater, and they should have drafted Lamar Jackson.
As a
Don't
running
bring
back.
up Lamar Jackson to mess around. We don't want to get in this conversation.
Well, no, but I'm just saying he went 2 picks after we drafted some corner. I would have drafted, and I would have went into the season. Case is my guy. I'll let you two all play him, and then week 1 we see who the starter is. You know,
You guys are going to probably be intrigued by my pick on who the worst quarterback in football is this year, but I think it'll also make sense. Russell Wilson.
Let's hear it.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I agree.
Russell Wilson, he's been awful this year.
Oh, yeah, he has been pretty bad.
Yep. And they got him for what, another 4 years or something?
No, like, didn't they sign him?
7.
Yeah,
isn't
I
it?
guess. No, I guess they signed him 5 years.
Oh, okay.
5 years. What was it? 5 years, $245 million, something like
I'm
that.
finding
Yeah.
the contract.
Yeah,
I think it's something
But-
like that, but
that's just.
But is it
that's just-
him or is it a
It's a-
combination of him and play calling? I mean,
I think it's him.
It's a 5-year, $245 million
Yep.
deal.
yeah. So he's got him for another 4 years.
Yeah, it's Russell
Oh.
Wilson.
It's a 5-year plus the 2 years he had in Seattle, so it's really a 7-year.
So the 5-year extension. So they got him for another
Right.
6 years.
That might be the worst contract in sports history. If he
He's
doesn't-
not going
if
to
he-
Could honestly- Could that set the Broncos back as much as the Herschel Walker deal set the Vikings back?
It could. It could.
I think it's showing that.
I mean,
Russell
granted, I
Wilson's
don't think
not that
Seattle's
good.
going to win titles, but that could set them back quite a bit.
Geno Smith's starting to look like a good quarterback in
I
Seattle.
was just going to say, I think it's funny he's out playing Wilson this year.
He ain't right back. He ain't right back.
I mean, like, how many years have he stayed behind Russell Wilson? It's the same offense that Pete Carroll has established, so I'm not surprised that Geno Smith has done well.
But he ain't right back.
You know what? I'm not writing him back, but because they're not going to the playoffs.
No. But no, that's our picks for the worst quarterback in football this year. Surprising team, good or bad so far? Ooh.
Giants. I would think.
Yeah, I would say surprise good would be the Giants and Eagles. On the bad side, man, Denver and the Raiders probably. I mean, because I think we all
Really?
picked that. I think we kind of all picked that division to be tough, and I don't think it's as tough as we thought it was going to be.
Well, remember we predicted that the AFC West was going to be this dominant division
Yeah, exactly.
because of Wilson, and you got Mahomes, and then you got Carr.
Yep.
How'd you forget Herbert in there?
Yeah, Herbert.
Right?
Because he's an
Why-
Oregon Duck.
Why doesn't he
Look,
get any love?
I get it. I get he's an Oregon Duck, man, but I can't
That's
even
right.
deny
I'm
that.
just messing.
But no, I'm just saying I can't even deny. And I am the first one to pick on the Ducks all the time.
Oh yeah.
But I will be the first one to tell you that Justin Herbert is the best quarterback to come out of Oregon since Dan Fouts. That's a fact.
Wow.
No.
Yeah. Name one that came out that was better.
Whoever went to the Giants, Joey something. Harrington.
What?
Joey Harrington went to the Lions, didn't he?
Yeah.
You're
By Lions,
telling,
yeah,
you're
but I think
telling
he
me
played
that you
in
think
New
Harrington
York.
is better than Justin Herbert?
No, he's not.
He's been drinking some of that Isaiah juice or something. I don't know.
Oh, no. I'll send you guys a picture later.
Dude,
Yeah, well, make sure yours isn't carbonated.
Well, here's the thing. I sent a picture to Mess Around, and Mess Around, was there like 2, right?
yeah.
Add 3 more.
Jeez.
Right, but speaking of that picture, have you guys ever seen alcohol that looks that carbonated in a cup?
Oh, no. Nope.
Oh, I didn't really look at the picture much. I've been busy.
That's bad juju. That's bad juju. Bad
Well, it looked
juju.
like he was drinking Pepsi, and he was saying that he was drinking like whiskey straight, and we're like, no,
Oh.
there's
Did you see
no.
my comments
It was
about it?
probably root beer because it had the word beer in it, and he's like, "Oh, cool, cool." Look at me, I'm Mickey Mouse.
Oh my god! Speaking of that, I heard this this comedian talking earlier, and he was saying that he's sitting in a courtroom with I don't know whatever, and there's this guy in front of him that goes before the judge, and the judge says, "Explain yourself," because the guy had been drinking and driving or something. He said, "Explain yourself," and the guy's like, "Well, my dog was telling me," and the judge is like, "Whoa. Do you have Scooby-Doo or something? You have a talking dog?" Like, it's crazy. But anyway, let's see what else is going on, guys.
Oh,
I don't know. I'm done with this live band that's happening outside right now. It
I
was
was wondering what the hell that was.
It was
trying to
cool
figure
for
it
the
out,
first hour, but it's been going on for 3 hours now, and I gotta get up early, and this is not working for me.
Is it a mariachi band?
Yeah, it's a live mariachi band.
just open your door and say, "Shut up." Just kidding.
All right, I got one. I got a good one. You each get one pick. One. You get one pick for in your opinion, the greatest movie scene of all time.
Oh.
Hmm.
Got it. I'm ready.
Oh,
Fire away if you're ready.
I am ready. It is Titanic. Jack drawing. What's her name? Because he gets all the naked chicks, and he gets to draw all the naked chicks all he wants. Honey, I'm so sorry.
Bye, Felicia.
Bye, Tarj.
For me, just because growing up, I didn't have a father in my life. The scene at the end of Field of Dreams when Kamikaze asked his dad to play catch.
That's a good one.
That's a good one.
Mess around. What you got?
Well, there's just one on a
Or
the
have
guy
doesn't
goes up
count.
to his stepmom and asks to have sex, and she did. No, I'm kidding. What the hell? Tom, Field of Dreams, or not Field of Dreams, but A League of Their Own. When Tom Hanks talked to, I think it was Madonna, and he's like, "Are you crying? There's no crying in baseball."
Yeah, I was going to say that one. Yeah.
That's
Really?
that's a good scene.
Yeah, I love that part.
Chris, what you got?
Ooh. I don't.
I'm slowly getting
So many
ahead of
good
things.
ones. Kind of in the Field of Dreams where they're coming out from the cornfields.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, that's a good scene. It's a good scene. So, if I had to pick one scene in movie history that would be the best ever, for me, it's so hard to just pick one.
It is.
But I'm the one that came up with the category, so I guess I have to pick one. It's tough. I'll say one of the best scenes in a movie that I've seen. I can't get over that mariachi band, man.
I
Like,
can't either.
I'm trying to concentrate here, but I can't get over it.
I'm getting so mad right now. So
It's hard to
Don't worry.
concentrate with that going on.
So one of my favorite scenes in a movie, and this one will surprise you guys, is in Semi-Pro
Okay.
when he starts yelling at the referee, who's the reverend, and,
Yep.
and he's like, "Well, maybe your mom didn't go to heaven," and then he's like, "That's it, everyone off the court, we're done."
Yeah, that's a
done.
good one.
We're done.
I'm sorry, Jackie. I'm sorry. No, you crossed the line.
Yeah.
Hit
That
the
is good.
line.
Hey, I saw a thing on Facebook earlier where this guy's walking into the room, and you look at his fingers, and well, he's got toys, let's call them that, hanging off his fingers. And there's a woman on the bed, and the caption on the bottom says, "I think I downloaded the wrong Nightmare on Elm Street." And for some reason, I thought a mess around. I'm like, he's probably seen that one, to be honest.
That's why he's not showing his face.
What'd you say? I didn't hear you say.
Yeah. Watch the replay.
Yeah.
I couldn't hear you of that stupid music.
So what I said was,
Hey, don't worry.
I saw a thing on Facebook earlier where this guy walks in a room. There's a girl laying on the bed, and he's got toys on his fingers. And the caption is, "I think I downloaded the wrong Nightmare on Elm Street."
And he
then
thought of you.
And I thought of you. I thought you've probably seen that one before.
I've seen them all. Okay, no, I don't watch the gay stuff.
Yeah, but isn't any guy that watches porn kind of gay? In a
Yeah,
way?
you got a point. You're watching. Yeah.
I mean, think about it. Do you only watch two women, or
Who was that they made that bit? Was that Ron White?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
that's
that was
the
a great-
point, right?
That
'Cause,
was a great round. Like,
like you don't just watch the badge. I mean, you got to watch that thing come there and just pound it as hard as you can.
And that's why we're dark 30 or whatever it is.
Chris, are you taking notes?
I hope Serena's still watching. Good Lord.
Yeah,
I was going to say, I think somebody's going to be having some talks in the morning.
That's
all I
okay.
need.
I taught
That's all I
Adam's,
need. I know. That's all I need is that phone call.
I taught Adam's son a new word. They weren't happy with it.
What word is that?
Dick.
Oh,
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, because Serena, when we were going up to Eugene, she was talking about how she got in an argument and a fight with her best friend, and I was like, I'd never get in a fight with my best friend. She's like, oh yeah, why were you wrestling around with my dad? And I'm like, yeah, I punched him in the dick too. And then Aaron goes, you punched him in the dick? And he kept saying it old like the rest of the day.
that's awesome. Well, I gotta say, when the kids were younger and I'd watch them, I know one time I taught them the wrong phrase, but I swear, I swear, I was just finishing the phrase. That was it, because they kept running around the house going yippee-ki-yay, and so I had to finish.
Yeah.
I just had to finish the line.
You
Yeah,
can't
you
not
have
finish
to.
that.
You have to.
That's a given. You got to.
And whether or not. Again, if you're watching, call in if you got a question or want to ask a trivia question, ask one of us a question. Throw your comments in on what you think about the show. Yeah, feel free. Let's see.
What do you guys think of the baseball playoffs?
Oh, Justin's commented.
I
How did the Braves do today, by the way?
Yeah, they did not play well today.
They did not. Okay, I was just curious. I didn't see the score. I knew they were playing, so.
Yeah, they lost 9-3.
Oh,
See, if they'd have Will Smith, they would have won.
My ass. Hold on, we have a caller. We have a caller. Hold on.
Uh-oh.
Hello.
Hi, this is a Fort Bros radio show.
It is.
I had a question for Crispy.
Yeah.
What is your favorite truth or lie moment you have?
What was the question one more time?
What was the question?
So the question was, what is your favorite truth or lie moment that you've had?
There's one. I think it was either wet or floppy.
Hard floppy.
That is still a great moment.
That is the one.
one.
And I'm sure that's the one they wanted. Now they hung up, but I'm sure that's the one they wanted. So
I've heard it. Yeah.
that's the one they were waiting for. Justin, do I think the Braves will win? I do, and here's why. Not just because I'm not being a homer with this, but I think that in today's game, which wasn't a must-win, it was only game 3, which does put you down 2-1. I understand that, but you have to win 2 in a row to advance. That sets us up, however, for the next 2 games to have Charlie Morton start game 4, who has the most playoff experience of all the pitchers on our roster, and Max Fried to start game 5, who is our ace. So I honestly think that today was if we could give a game away, it was going to be today's game. So
would you rather go with Max Frizo in game 4 to?
no, I'd rather go Charlie Morton. No.
Okay.
Hey,
And
Sarge, how are your Mariners doing?
I
Not
mean,
good, huh?
no, I said that they will advance to this next round and get destroyed by Houston. I did say that.
Yeah,
did say that.
that.
Alvarez, so there's only one player on Houston's team that has actually won the game for the Astros, and it's Alvarez. The first game 1, he hit a 3-run home run to end the game. And yesterday, he hit a 2-run home run to have the Houston Astros go up 3-2 against the Mariners yesterday. So
So you're saying there's a chance?
no, I'm not saying there's a chance whatsoever because they're putting a rookie out on the on the mound tomorrow as a George Kirby. So
right, but sometimes sometimes it's not always bad though because the batters haven't seen him before.
Yep.
they have because the thing is if you look at all the playoffs right now for the division series, it's all been rivalry games except for the Yankees and Guardians because we got Houston and Seattle. We have Atlanta versus Philadelphia. We have the Padres against the Dodgers. They've seen each other for like 19 times already so far.
Yeah.
So they know each other. But I saw what the Astros have done to the Mariners during the regular season, and I honestly don't have hope for the Mariners. I do hope that they win tomorrow, which is actually a home game for the Mariners for the first time in 21 years. They just need to win one game, and I'm happy. But they're not going to win the series.
It's a do or die because it's a series, 5-game series.
It's not due to die for the Mariners because they're playing the Astros. So
Who won that Phillies game today?
What?
Who won the games today?
The Padres beat the
I told
Dodgers.
you the Phillies won today.
Phillies beat the Braves, and the Guardians beat the Yankees.
Ooh, Guardians won and the Padres won. Sweet.
Yeah, the Padres are up 2-1.
Oh, come on, Padres.
Yes,
I know.
You know how happy I am? I don't even get even if Atlanta advances, it didn't scare me to face LA, to be honest. I just don't want to see the Dodgers there again. I just don't want that to happen.
I don't think anybody does outside of LA Dodger fans.
So I don't
If the Padres make it to the next series, Callan, I want a Padres hat. I'll send you the money.
Absolutely. And think about this. They've done it all without who?
Tatis.
Tatis, who was supposed to be their biggest free agent signing in how many years in San Diego.
Yeah.
And he hasn't been there this year.
Well, I think it kind of made up for his loss when they got I can't remember his name from the Nationals.
Well, yeah, of course.
Soto, yeah.
Of course they got Soto and Josh Bell. But
Soto
let me
has
just
done
say
crap.
Yeah, but let me say this. This is how bad the Washington Nationals are, by the way. You know when they do the Roberto Clemente Award every year for the Man of the – it's kind of like the Man of the Year award in the NFL.
Yeah.
Roberto Clemente. The Washington Nationals nominee for that award is Josh Bell, who now plays in San Diego.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that's how bad Washington's been this year. But we can't forget about Josh Bell in that lineup. Josh Bell can still hit. He can still hit. And in that lineup, you also have Eric Hosmer, who's when he's hot, he's a good hitter. And then Jake Cronenworth, he's got some pop for sure.
And Soto's still young enough; he'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Hosmer's only still there because he blocked trade to Boston.
That's true. But Justin brings up a good point. How do you guys feel about Robinson Cano? If the Braves or the Padres win the World Series, he gets.
Oh wait, there was a third. There was a third team in the mix there.
Well,
wait, they're out of it already.
Right. It's the Mets.
So the Mariners don't count.
Did he play with the Mariners this year?
Well, no, but
Okay.
I don't know. But I don't know.
Who's Robinson Cano?
Robinson Cano, second baseman.
Who's
He's one of your
suspended every
favorite
single
Yankees.
year? He's suspended for PEDs every single year. Doesn't count. Doesn't matter to your roster.
Didn't he start out with the Yankees?
Start with the
No, he
Yankees.
went-
Got traded to the Mariners.
Okay,
went
yeah, I remember
to-
who he is.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. He got the
He's got-
big contract from Seattle.
But-
too.
and he's
By
only
the-
played what 20 games this year.
20 games this year. By the way, he has 2,833 career hits.
Yeah.
Anyone didn't know that.
Wow.
Hey,
So,
hey, guys, I love being on, but I really got to get going. So it's been awesome.
yeah. We're going to
All
go.
right,
bye,
see-
Felicia.
Kick your
We'll
ass,
see ya.
Sarge.
Say what?
That beer starting to kick your ass.
Well, yeah, I got 3:30 a.m. wake up call. So yeah.
Okay, yeah, I go.
All right.
Later,
All
man.
right, guys. Peace.
See you, bud.
It's fun. See ya.
How do I get out?
Bye,
Oh,
Felicia.
Push the leave studio. There you go.
There you go.
All right. Well,
1
down to
hour
4.
this year. What does Justin mean?
What? Where?
1 hour. I don't know what he means.
Oh.
Maybe the show that we're going to an hour.
Oh,
I don't
maybe.
know. Maybe. Let's see some stuff coming up for the show.
Maybe he's talking about
No.
Roberts get fired after they lose. If they lose, he gets fired after they lose. 1 hour.
I
after
don't
they-
think Dave Roberts gets fired after if they lose in this series. I really
He
don't.
just won the World Series a couple years ago. He ain't going nowhere anytime soon.
He was trying to say 1 home run this year for Robinson Cano.
Oh, okay.
Oh, 1 home run. Gotcha. All right,
thanks,
thank you.
thanks for clearing
Thanks.
that up.
Thanks for clearing that up, Justin. We appreciate you watching and
So he's got
commenting.
more home runs than Sano has
Wow.
Yeah,
in about the same
He's
amount
got
of
one
games.
more- he's got one more than we do. We don't even play in the MLB.
right.
That is true.
Yep. By the way, speaking of that, Russell Wilson has the same number of 300-yard passing games all of us do combined this year.
Sweet.
Are we talking video games or not? Because I got a lot of video game passing yards.
Oh,
There you go.
video games. So speaking of, you want to talk about that for a minute? We can.
Sure.
Speaking of that, like the last time I played a video game, and it's been a couple of years, but last time I played a video game, I don't remember what quarterback I picked. One of the crappy teams. I remember that because I don't ever like picking the top teams, right?
Yep.
So
Yep.
I picked one of the crappy teams, put it on. I think it was even on. It wasn't on All Pro, but it might have been the one whatever right below that is. All Pro? No, because it wasn't All Madden. It was the one right below All Madden, whatever that is.
All
Pro,
Madden,
all
all pro. It goes rookie, pro, all pro, and then
Madden.
Madden. Yeah.
Yeah, so it was All Pro, and I threw the ball like 813 times on the season. I had 813 attempts. I threw for like 6,000 yards, but I threw like 54 interceptions because it was on All Pro.
You ever
And
try
I-
and play on all Madden? That is
Oh,
hard.
God,
You can't
it's
run. You
so
can't
bad.
pass.
No, you can't do anything on all
No.
Madden. That's for sure. We got a few minutes left in the show. Anyone that wants to get a last phone call in, ask a question, give us a trivia question, put your thoughts in on the show. So that's available to you for about 6 more minutes until we start wrapping the show up. So, you guys excited for this weekend? What game this week are you looking the most forward to?
We talking pros or what are we talking?
Oh, I don't care if it's pro, college. I don't care if it's ultimate frisbee. Just what game are you looking most forward to this weekend?
Maybe Chiefs Bills. That's supposed to be a rematch of.
Oh, if it's anything like playoff game, that's
Yeah, going by that, yeah, Chiefs, Bills. Justin puts on Bama lose. Who does Bama play this week?
Tennessee.
Yeah.
And
I can't see Tennessee beating Bama, but Bama's not the same Bama team.
they're not. But Tennessee's ranked 6th in the country. So
Yeah.
it's
Let's
not
go
gonna be an easy
Tennessee.
game either.
God, I hope Bama loses.
me
Me
too.
too. By the way, I have to tell you, my team, everyone doubted UConn. They do every single year, and the Huskies are now 3-4. We have 3 wins
Can
this
you
year.
blame them?
No, I can't. I'm a fan, and I can't blame them. But if we win a 4th game, it'll be the most games we've won in a season since 2016. By the way, so let's go for that 4th win.
Oh wow.
Hey, that just means you're 2 more games bowl eligible.
Actually, only one more. One more possible because they actually 4, 5, and 7 teams will get into the playoffs this year because there's so many bowl games.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I think one team already qualified. That was Michigan. They're already bowl eligible.
Yeah,
Who's
once you get
Michigan?
6.
Right, but who's Michigan played this year?
Oh, 6 losers for sure.
You know what game I'm excited for this weekend?
What's that?
The Jaguars and Colts. I want to see if the Jags still on the Colts.
They will. It's so funny that from week to week because you watched Houston last week beat Jacksonville pretty handily.
Yeah.
And then you'll watch Jacksonville will look like the best team in the league against the Colts this week. I don't know what it is.
And somebody on Morning Tailgate had that Jags as their lock of the week. I don't know who that was, but
No, I
Tim
had
Hendricks, he's
Houston.
watching
I
right
The
had
now.
guys
Houston.
across the pond.
Tim Hendricks said, "Really?"
Really.
But are you disagreeing with us, Tim? Because the Jaguars own the Colts.
over the last
Oh.
2-3 years, I don't think they've lost to them, especially in Jacksonville. I know that. And I think the Colts last 3 shutouts have come via Jacksonville.
Yeah, and don't forget, by the way, Doug Peterson needs 1 win to pass Urban Meyer for 5th all time in Jacksonville history.
All right.
Does he get it this week against the Colts? Jags own the Colts only in Jacksonville. Well, okay, we'll see.
He'll get fired.
We'll see who he picks Sunday morning.
Yeah, we'll wait to see that. Don't forget, Morning Tailgate Sunday morning, fastly becoming a very popular show on this network. So don't forget about that. About that time, let's start going around and getting final thoughts here and start wrapping the show up. Got time for one more phone call if someone wants to call in, but will the Eagles go undefeated? No, they won't. I'll just simply answer that question.
No.
There won't be any. Now that we play 17
This
games,
week.
there won't be a team that goes 17-0. It won't happen. So
Patriots did.
they went 16-0, not 17-0. But they didn't go 19-0 because they lost in the Super Bowl, so it still doesn't count as a perfect season.
What do we see first? 0-17 team or 17-0 team?
0-17.
0-17.
Yeah, I agree.
Big B, what you got?
Nothing much. Just thanks for everybody tuning in. Sorry I was late. Work comes first, but keep checking us out. Speaking of Tim Hendricks, myself and him have a show. We're going to premiere Tuesday, November 1st, kind of a ranking type show. And it's going to be all categories. It ain't just going to be sports. It's going to be movies, people, foods, video games, toys, all that stuff. So each week we're going to have a different topic and come up with some lists. So check that out November 1st, 9 o'clock a.m. Central Time.
AM.
Yeah,
You guys
for me and Tim. No,
Give that
we
big
got to drive
thumbs
some
up.
morning. You got to drive some morning shows. Come on.
No, you're right. 9 a.m., that'd be 7 o'clock my time. So actually, I might be able to come on as a guest spot once in a while. On a Tuesday? Yeah, I usually don't have to be to work until 9. So yeah,
Tuesday, and then we'll replay it throughout the week or something. So
Yeah.
4 p.m. Italian.
Yep.
Okay. All right. What do you got, Crispy?
Yeah, we got morning tailgate this weekend. I believe kicking it or Saturday night, and then Between the Ropes Sunday also, and then just check out Coast to Coast.
And Chris, I got one question for you.
Yeah.
What's your Halloween costume gonna be? You gonna wear an egg and be bacon and eggs?
Oh yes.
I could do that. I could do that.
And finally, definitely last but not least, mess around. What you got?
So yeah, Chris, we mentioned I'll be on Kicking It with Ace tomorrow, and then Ace and I also brought back Red Tape File, so look out for that. And of course, Nightcap with me, and Between the Ropes. Just check us out in general. There's so much good content on here.
For sure. And don't forget, it's still in development. Hasn't been finalized on one day yet, but there will be a hockey show out. I promise you there will be.
Hockey?
So
We're talking about hockey?
we are going to hockey.
It has
because
started.
I love talking me some
Yeah.
hockey. Oh, man.
God, speaking of eggs, did the Wild lay a big one last night?
If you want someone on this network to look like Isaiah or sound like him, have me on your hockey show.
Yeah, we're not going to do that.
No.
Anyway,
Stay in our lanes.
stay in your lanes. I wouldn't come on your NBA show, so you wouldn't want me on your NBA show. So if anyone wants me to look like Isaiah, well, honestly, I do know enough about the NBA to not look like Isaiah on any show. But
Well, it's like when we used to do Sportsman and we do the hockey segments, and I'd be on there and you guys would be like, what do you think? We know you don't know hockey, but
yeah, you're pretty much just like, well, Patrick Kane plays for the Blackhawks, and all right. Well, that's our show for tonight. We thank you for watching, listening, calling in. The caller, I don't even know who it was, but thanks for calling in. Justin, Tim, I think maybe someone else here in the comments. I don't remember. Yeah, Serena. Serena was in there. My favorite niece was there. And then, of course, all the comments from coast to coast.
what a
We
terrible
thank you for
uncle.
watching and listening.
Remember those
Lifelong dreams being lived in front of your very eyes. Could not do this without you. We appreciate you so much.
Later.
See y'all.